Welcome back, guys. This is KTN Home, the tea, and of course, you're chilling out with me and Bertha. My name is Linda Wandeta. You can as well find me on my socials as Lynn_Stevens. And before we went for the break, we were actually talking about nominations.
Yes.
Right.
So for those of you who don't know, who've been living under a rock, because I'm a recent Beehive, so of course I'm obsessed. Beyonce and Jay-Z have they share a nomination, the highest number of nominations at 88 nominations for the Grammys. Guys, me met a one award locally. I've not even been nominated. These people have 88. 88 for each. So in that household, they have 176 nominations. Can you imagine?
That's a lot.
Can you imagine?
But they put in the work, so they deserve
Of course
it,
they
you
have.
know? Yeah.
Other people who've been nominated is Lizzo. Lizzo has been nominated for several, I mean 6 nominations, but several categories. That is Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Pop Solo Performance, Record of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album, Best Remix Recording. And for those of you who don't know, Lizzo has been catching a lot of flack on the internet because of her weight, because of how she expresses herself in her dressing. Why people have a problem with Lizzo, I don't understand. All she does is play her flute, mind her business, and make funny TikToks. Let this girl win.
But that's what people do. If you don't give them attention,
categories, and you know, the haters can just eat crow.
Exactly. If you don't give people attention, they're always going to seek it. Yani people yearn for attention. I don't know. Lizzo, you're doing your thing. I'm just hoping for the best, you know.
People who've been snubbed, before we even get to more nominations, Nicki Minaj and Summer Walker have been snubbed for the nominations. Can you imagine?
First of all, Nicki is an iconic person, and the fact that she hasn't been nominated, I don't think it actually tells anything about her music, you know. She is doing the best that she can do, and the fact that she hasn't been lucky to be on the category or rather on the list is cool. I mean, Nicki, tunakutambua, so you... It's all right. We don't mind. We don't mind. What is Grammy again?
Imagine. We already boycotted that. Someone who has been on the tabloids because of him and his ex doing a back and forth. So what happened was his ex-girlfriend posted a TikTok where he was saying, when he's a man and not a mama's boy.
Oh, damn.
Who was she talking about?
Burna Boy.
I forgot the girlfriend's name. What's her name?
Stefflon.
Stefflon.
The ex.
Stefflon Don.
Yeah.
She, of course, has been calling Burna Boy out for several other reasons. Yeah. And finally, Burna Boy responded by just adding the thing on Instagram, like, move on. Guys, I'm so upset. Breakups are shameless, but being embarrassed on the internet is even worse.
Ouch.
So Burna Boy has been nominated for Best Global Performance of Last, Best Global Album, Love Damini, at the 2022 Grammy Awards. I just want him to win all of them.
Mimi, I want him to win. That man, and your club, that man is a whole party. Like, that man is a whole party. So he does well. I'm hoping that they all, you know, they all get selected.
Of course, we're going to go back to the Wakanda outfits, but not for the reasons you think. I mean, they've overdone it and all that. But the one thing we need to state is, of course, recently, there's a very local, very popular lounge in Nairobi where revelers go to party and do, you know, what they do best, which is have a good time, spend money that this economy doesn't have, but they have apparently in their pockets. So they opened a new branch and they had a priest come and bless the joint. The joint is a nightclub. So you tell me, in your religion, do you feel like this is right? Biashara ni biashara, or do we have to draw the line somewhere?
First of all, I think we use religion as a, can I say, as an excuse for so many things. I don't want to come for people who are religious, but hello, me, if I start a business today, doesn't matter which kind of business, you know, I can call anyone to bless my business, especially if, you know, let's just say, for example, the owner of Quiver Lounge, or whatever was being said there, is a Christian. So what's the problem if he or she calls pastors or whoever to bless the business?
This is a place of sin. It's just a place of
But what is sin? What is sin?
Why people, first of all, I don't agree with the fact that bars, lounges have parking spots. Why are they parking cars? You went there to drink. Why are you parking vehicles? So first of all, they advocate for drinking and driving. Don't lie. We know the truth. We know the truth. These people don't always have drivers. They're always putting people at risk. And then the behaviors that go on there are not right.
But
you've been to a nightclub. Stop pretending.
Let me tell you.
You cannot associate God with such things.
Let me tell you. I don't know who you guys think God is, but for me, I think that if this...
I'll tell you one thing God is not. He's not a drunkard.
But but it's the one who's giving us this life to drink. So this is the thing. If this pastor is going to bless the club, that's actually better because people are not gonna have atima bad luck.
I think you're confusing major. Bariki mzinga apana.
Again, let me tell you. After all, watenda could receive 10%. Inakwanga 20 or 30 from the profit ya hii business. So pastors, Mimi, if I even open a, I don't want to mention it, but I'm a call y'all to come bless it. Blessings as the chagui, by the way. The fact that this dude actually has money to start a business, he's already blessed. So why not include God in this matter?
Let me tell you,
I don't think
there's this stupid argument that God turned water into wine, and Mr. T actually came out and explained it very nicely. He said those people who are not drinking the fermented grapes.
But Mr. T was not even there.
You keep quiet. You huge sinner. Me, I'm not talking to sinners on this show. This wine that is in question was the good fruit wine, not the fermented one that makes you drunk and dance like who danced David Adingo's Katoka. We don't want that kind of wine. Listen, guys, let's just separate God from our business. I know we are all sad, depressed, the economy is not economy, whatever. Let's just separate these things, the chaff from the rice. Lynn, I'm not arguing with you. This story, let us just not fight. We'll do it off air because I'm done.
Aki, let's just do this off air because...
You guys let us know. Would you, as a bar owner or a person who's venturing into such business, I'll ask this question later. Please just let me know. The hashtag is hashtag KTN the T. And let's talk about the Wakanda outfits that people had a lot to say about. I'll start with my favorite. Natalie Tewa looked very nice. People didn't like Anita Nderu's outfit. They kept calling her a tangerine and orange. I don't know what the issue is. It's just
people can't feed on your... Not everyone is going to like your taste. So
imagine.
Yeah.
But Natalie Tewa has actually stepped up her game from the last time where she said she got short notice. And I think she looked fantastic. Of course, actress ate. Sauti Sol ate.
Left no crumbs.
Who else ate? Even Eve Mungai.
Let me tell you about Eve Mungai first of all, before you tell me about Eve Mungai.
All right.
The last time I checked, sitaki kusema alikuwa na kama Ria, but hey, but right now, yeye ndiye I guess the most improved student. Hapa hivi when it comes to dressing,
give credit where credit is due.
She has really improved, and it. Yeah, the purple outfit looked really nice.
So you can actually tell she put in some thought, some effort. So that was one of my favorite looks.
Forcing issues, fake it till you make it.
Another person who people have not been talking about is a lesser, maybe not lesser known, but guys don't really give her the flowers that she deserves. Aziza, who's a radio and TV presenter, Aziza Hashim, she looked so good. She ate all the looks that she ate. Aziza Hashim has to have had my favorite outfits of the week, of the day on that event. Someone else
who's a stylist?
No.
She did.
I think she did it herself. Yeah, she just had a designer and she looked very good.
First of all, these outfits, I know you'll come for me, but acha tu niache hapo. We'll discuss with this one with Laura off air. But for now, you guys keep upping your game. Hapa hivi naona competition is stiff.
Here's the thing. People were so upset about Terence Creative's outfit with his wife, but I didn't see an issue.
But that was creative.
It was very creative. Who told you Wakanda? It's a non-existent place.
They didn't say ati uvae nguo za red carpet, sijui zile zenye unaonanga uko nje. You could be creative on your own ways. Ndio. I think Terence ate and left some crumbs though.
Listen, guys, the industry in Kenya is just starting to grow when it comes to entertainment.
It is starting.
Can we give these people space? When they're wrong, let's just call it wrong. I mean, most of you guys are not even funny. So you're not Joan Rivers or I don't know, Nini Leaks.
Right.
So your comedy is a bit substandard. Come for me, come fight me. But the criticism is allowed. You work in entertainment. I'm criticized all the time. And it's okay. It doesn't feel nice. But you can't protect yourself from these things. Just because Kenyans are quiet doesn't mean they don't see substandard or basic stuff when it happens. So as an entertainer, as a person who's in the media, please take criticism, work with it, run with it. Not everyone loves you just because it's not on the internet. Doesn't mean they speak very highly of you everywhere they are. But when it comes to criticism as well, you dish things that you can handle. Don't be there looking how.
Exactly. And the same line of fashion, I'm just hoping that Sisi wa Mitumba, you're not going to tax us so much because sasa tutafanya nini? What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
And on that note, because this is a Brian Babu Stan show, can we do something?
Brian Babu.
Yet, but let's do something. shooting my shot for
Cindy,
Brian Babu. Guys, this is hashtag KTN the T. That is the hashtag you can interact with on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Our pages are at KTN Home. And of course, if you miss out on any episode, if at all I'm on and you feel like you need to actually listen better, catch us on YouTube. We are just there. Our episodes are chilling, waiting for you to click on them and watch so that we can actually just chat. It's just a chat between the girlies and the guys, having a nice little talk. My name is Laura Mbata. Follow me on all my socials. That is at Mbata Laura, Laura Mbata. The variation works.
And of course, thank you so much for sticking around, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I hope that you guys have a good evening. And of course, take care of yourselves. Momo, honor the insecurity around Nairobi. So just ensure that you're safe, and I wish you guys all the best. Till next time.
What's happening, good people? Contrary to what actually happens in a normal household, tea is served in the morning, but right here on KTN Home, this is the tea, and we serve it from 7:30 all the way to 8 p.m. That is exactly where you get to find your weekly dose of celebrity tea and entertainment news only on KTN Home. My name is Laura Mbata, and I'm here with the very beautiful
Linda Wandete. Welcome, guys, to the tea. I have been away for a while, but it's actually good to get back here. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves, because the weather is not working. It's cold and very, very wet out here. That's why it's so essential for you to join us for some evening tea.
Exactly, like she said, it's cold and wet. So if you find yourself sliding into other people's relationships, I fully understand. We forgive you in advance. But there's been good news this week, which I actually enjoyed. The Grammy nominations are out, and us Africans are winning. We start with Burna Boy, who's been nominated for, I think, 4 categories, which we'll get into.
Damn.
But one that is more important is we have an East African nomination by Eddie Kenzo.
Oh my
for
goodness.
Eddie Kenzo. I mean, Ugandans will wipe Twitter with us, but it's fine.
Let me tell you, we're behind Eddie Kenzo, whatever comes.
You know, one East African represents all of
Cindy,
us. He's automatically Kenyan the minute he crosses international
Exactly.
borders. I mean, we're waiting for the day Nyashinsky is nominated, but we'll settle. We'll settle for Eddie Kenzo. So big congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
And someone who hasn't been nominated for anything, who's actually the biggest deal, I think is Diamond. Like, over the years, he's been making music constantly, but has never been nominated.
I think his music is doing so well here. I wouldn't talk much about outside, but in Africa, within Africa, Diamond is a big deal. Outside there, step up.
Well, that said and done, guys, let's get into the tea. This is what's happening around the world. Sarah Kabu came out to say that she has actually had a miscarriage for a baby she was expecting in January. Twins, to be specific.
Twins, that's a huge loss.
It is, and that was just recently after Eric Omondi's girlfriend, Lynn, who lived.
Oh my goodness,
Actually came out and said, who took us through the experience of her finding out that she had a miscarriage at the hospital. Of course, people were talking about why they had to record it, and it was such an intimate moment, which I also agree with. But it's never anything good to hear someone lost a child.
Exactly.
So this is, you know, it's a sad time for these families, and we want you guys, regardless of their history with the public and all that, please be sympathetic. Please be a kind shoulder. If you can, just hold off whatever kind of criticism you have for their personalities, and just try and empathize with them.
Exactly. Plus, we can tell people what to post and what not to post. And, you know, pain is felt, so let them feel the pain. And, you know, we're used to being into people's business, and Sarah Kabu lost 2 kids for that matter. And she went ahead to actually thank the husband, whom she says has been there for her throughout this whole scenario, to see how that they had scandals behind there. But like I said, in this situation, it's different, and I'm just, you know, I'm just wishing them the best, and I hope that they can heal and actually move on, because losing a child is a different kind of pain. So, yeah, I just wish them the best.
Probably by the time this is coming out, it will be a little bit too late, but you never know. Shoot your shot. If you're in the areas of Kathonzweni and you're feeling single and ready to mingle, so is Bill Gates. Do that thing you do. But they come back, chicks, represent.
You know,
represent.
the fact that Mbata muna maji, mukona Bill Gates. And I'm just hoping that he's actually trying to solve that situation because, you know, Bill Gates and climate and all that stuff.
Wakanda forever. Stand up. Kambani, please. Can we do better? Before we even get to the Wakanda scandal, let's keep talking about something that people didn't actually know about. Let me get the names right because I'm not actually familiar with the names. But Shinsia was dating London on the Track. And London on the Track has a daughter with a lady named Ebony Ivory, I think. I'm not sure. That's her Instagram handle. So Ebony Ivory and London on the Track have a child. Shinsia has a son from a previous relationship. And apparently Shinsia and London on the Track were having a kind of relationship. So of course the kids had to be at some point interacting. So this is what happens over the weekend or the week. London on the Track, maybe mama goes on social media to call out Shinsia and says and calls her and her son weird. And she says it's because Shinsia keeps trying to get her daughter to call her mom.
Wow. And
there's certain things that she hasn't mentioned that Shinsia's son is doing that she claims he could only learn from his mother. So she is warning her to stay away from her daughter, regardless of her relationship with London on the Track. Shinsia hasn't responded, but of course it's something to be like, oh my God, what's happening?
I actually hope that she doesn't respond because I don't think it needs attention. I don't understand why women come at each other just because, you know, of the entanglements. That's why hautanipata kwa such story because mimi hapa kwa kona.
Here's the thing, before baby mamas come for me, it's been, I've seen it, I've experienced it, not personally, but I've seen how baby mamas can be bitter sometimes. You know, you throw accusations with no factual backing because you're upset with the guy, so you project this onto other people. So I've seen this, but it's not to negate that this person might have actual concerns on the issue, but I don't think. Anyway, I don't want to say anything. We just wait for these things to unfold.
I would have said that they could have, you know, sorted their issues in private. But again, like I said, we don't tell people what to do. We don't tell them what to post or what not to. So let them deal with it.
It's supposed to be free, so we expect you to do
exactly,
the best you want
exactly,
to do
right.
Here's something else we want to talk about. Apparently, you people, economy affects. The population has increased to 8 billion, and it has grown from 1 billion since 2010.
I'm telling you, thanks to Nick Cannon, Diamond, Platnumz, etc. The list continues. New ascendo mejaza hii dunia. I'm actually, they're predicting that it could actually rise in the next few years. Do your thing, guys. Do your thing. Tuko hapa single. Oh, I'm single. And we have a population of 8 billion people. What am I doing? Mimi na wewe, I know you all are single too.
Single. What?
Ama Bill Gates anaweza kuwa ako single. Could be a good chance, but you know.
Please check yourself.
And speaking of that, so apparently tumeongelelea Wakanda. So the Wakanda thing went down, guys, and of course celebrities, especially Kenya, have been representing us out there. People have been having their games, apparently, since the last time Kenyans went for these people. So apparently Babu was one, Babu the stylist. Brian Babu is Sauti Soul's stylist, if you guys don't know.
He's the king of stylists.
Sindio, Alafu apparently got himself into a situation where, you know, Sean Arwa was going after these outfits that, you know, and Babu found himself in a situation where he had to speak up. And you know what he said? He said that some people are so busy criticizing others' looks, well, they're not even stylish themselves. So I'm just like, Babu, first of all, I like your style. I like the way you dress people. And I'm just, Mimi, I'm backing him up. Niko tu behind you, Babu. Whatever comes, wherever endelea kuvaa those curtains, I'm behind you and you're doing your thing and I like it.
We'll pull the drapes on you when you color the scene, you know? When the curtains close, you will be there.
You know, someone said, okay, I don't want to mention it, but at the same time, I'm like...
We don't like Babu is allowed to do whatever he wants. He's a top G when it comes to styling. Right? But another issue that came off the Wakanda incident was on TikTok. Another fellow TikToker or rather content creator did the same thing that Sean Arwa and several other people did.
She's called Emo Unusual.
Emo Unusual. I don't know. I think it's, in my opinion, unusual.
She's so
I just
unusual.
assume it's IMO. So she comes out with the same critique. Well, technically not the same, but she goes after Nameless and calls him a robber.
Oh,
so
that's
this,
so bad.
This causes a bit of a stir and all that. But here's my thing. No one is off limits. Everyone can be criticized. I can be criticized.
Doesn't
Nameless
matter
can
what
be
you've
criticized.
done before,
We
whether you're
criticize
a
our
legend.
presidents all the time. We criticize our pastors. We criticize. Why do we draw the line when it comes to Nameless?
Right.
Personally, I didn't like the outfit. Will I call him a robber? I didn't feel like that. It was that deep. But I didn't like the outfit. I'm
But
not
she
saying
actually
I'm more
did.
stylish
She
or
didn't
I'd
say.
have-
She didn't say Nameless is a robber.
No, he looks like
yeah,
a robber.
okay.
That's what she said. Like,
It's like
but here's my thing. Fine, you can have a different perspective. I'm also not, I'm not here to gatekeep how you talk.
Right.
If you felt like that's what he looked like, if you have previous experience with robbers who look like that, she has every right to say so. So this led to a turn of events that just unfolded out of nowhere. So Shonara, who was the same person who was calling out people for their looks, came after IMO Unusual, Emo Unusual, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. And she stated that she should, so for context, IMO Unusual is from South Sudan,
Yeah,
but
she
based
is.
in Kenya. So one thing that Shonara said on one of her videos was, Rudy home.
Rudy home. That's so.
And this is how
xenophobic.
Kenyans took it, like, you're not Kenyan, go back home. Because there's also a comedian who was in the comments and mentioned that she should, DJ Shiti, I think, and was like, she should go back home because her visa is expired, something along those lines. I'm not really familiar with that context, because the context is about Shonara and this thing. So, of course, the internet goes after Shonara, and then she comes back to say, it's in the usual context. Like, every time you're talking to a person as a Kenyan, and someone makes a point that doesn't make sense, what's the first thing you tell them? Rudy home. Imagine Rudy home, which I use a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I get that, but I understand why it would be taken out of context. The thing I have an issue with is us dwelling on something that she has already explained. This doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
Of course, other people came out to say that this is based on colorism.
Yeah, it narrowed down to colorism, actually. Yeah.
So I don't understand the colorism aspect. I haven't done my own research, but I'm looking forward to seeing the videos.
The colorism aspect came when, of course, when she called Nameless, okay, or she suggested that they're robbers or whatever. The comment that she made, so people went for her on her comment section, and people were calling her all sort of names, saying how dark she is, how pretty, how actually ugly she is, and I just think that that was so petty, you know.
Yeah.
We can lie so low, but going to an extent of starting, you know, to come after someone because of their looks, some people can't change that. I saw Sean Aru actually telling her that she has pimples on her face and she needs to, I don't know, do what. Listen, sis, there's a platform where you can market your products without having to use
Shame
someone else.
else.
Yeah, don't drag people
I
into
get
your
it.
shenanigans just because you want to, you know, stay relevant. It doesn't add up.
Okay. Let us know your opinions on the matter. Of course, everyone is 50-50 on both sides. There's
Exactly.
people who say the colorism aspect isn't from Shonara, it's from the audience.
Yeah.
But if you feel different, of course, let us know. The hashtag is hashtag KTN.
Yeah.
And you can find us at KTN, that is on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all those platforms. Let us say something.
I was actually going to say that on that note, we're going to break, right? On that note, Kate actress also spoke to Eve Mongai recently, and she stated that her outfits do not go under 100 G's. And I actually, you know, I applaud her for that. Yeah, she actually styles herself well. Or she's styled by Naomi Nganga, or whoever styles Kate actress. And she said that's the reason why she can actually not find herself going for free gigs or rather attending just any event, because she actually invests on herself and her looks. So there's no way she's just going to do anything for free, and she made it clear, because Kenyans have actually been like, hey, Kate actress, she's becoming so iconic when it comes to her style, and I like it. I like it.
Of course. And with that said and done, we're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back and find out why the most epic couple has 88 Grammy nominations.
Right.